Imagine stepping out of Earth, not to explore space with robots, not to watch from a screen, but to take your human body, protected only by a space suit, and visit every planet in our solar system, one by one. What would happen to your bones, your blood, your brain, your sense of time, your sanity? While you are at it, please click like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. Some planets would kill you in seconds. Others would slowly break you down in ways you wouldn't feel until it was too late. And the scariest part? The planets that look calm are often the most dangerous. Let's start where your body understands the rules. Before leaving Earth, your body is perfectly tuned for one very specific world. Earth's gravity keeps your bones dense and strong. Its air pressure keeps oxygen flowing smoothly through your blood. Its magnetic field shields your cells from radiation. Its temperature range lets your organs function without stress. Even small changes to any of these systems cause problems. Astronauts in orbit already experience muscle loss, bone thinning, vision changes, fluid shifting toward the brain. And that's with Earth right below them. Now imagine leaving it completely. Our first stop is the closest planet to the Sun. Mercury doesn't look threatening from a distance. It's small, rocky, quiet. But for the human body, Mercury is an extreme test of survival. On the side facing the Sun, temperatures soar high enough to melt metal. On the dark side, temperatures plunge colder than deep space. Your spacesuit would struggle to regulate heat fast enough. Your body relies on stable temperature to keep enzymes working properly. On Mercury, that stability disappears. Inside the suit, your cooling systems would be pushed to their limit. If they fail for even a short time, your core temperature would rise dangerously. Your brain is especially sensitive to heat. As your temperature increases, confusion sets in. Reaction time slows. Decision-making becomes unreliable. At the same time, Mercury has almost no atmosphere. That means no protection from solar radiation, no pressure buffering your body, no shield from micrometeorites. Radiation would begin damaging your DNA almost immediately. Your cells would start accumulating errors. Your immune system would weaken. Even standing still, your body would be aging faster than normal. Gravity on Mercury is much weaker than Earth's. Your muscles wouldn't need to work as hard. Over time, they'd begin to shrink. Your bones would slowly lose density. You might feel light, almost comfortable, but your body would be quietly deteriorating. And this is just the first planet. Because next, we move to a world that looks beautiful and kills in a completely different way. Venus is often called Earth's twin. Similar size, similar structure. But Venus is what happens when everything goes wrong. The pressure on Venus's surface is crushing, over 90 times Earth's atmospheric pressure. If your suit failed for even a moment, your body wouldn't explode like in movies. Instead, the pressure would crush your lungs, collapse blood vessels, and prevent oxygen from reaching your brain. You would lose consciousness in seconds. Even with a perfect suit, your body would feel the effects. Extreme pressure changes how fluids move in the body. Blood would struggle to circulate normally. Your heart would work harder just to push blood through compressed vessels. The heat is even worse. Venus is hot enough to melt lead. Your cooling system would be fighting a constant, overwhelming battle. If it couldn't dump heat fast enough, your internal temperature would rise. At a cellular level, proteins would begin to denature. Organs would start failing one by one. Breathing wouldn't feel normal either. Even inside a suit, pressure differences affect how your lungs expand. Every breath would feel heavy, forced. Mentally, your brain would be under stress. High heat and pressure increase fatigue, anxiety, and confusion. You wouldn't panic immediately. You'd feel slow, foggy, detached. And all the while, acidic clouds above would remind you that this planet does not want you here. Venus teaches a brutal lesson. A planet can look familiar and still be completely incompatible with human life. But after Venus, something surprising happens. The next planet is calmer, colder, and far more forgiving. Yet it brings a danger most people underestimate. Because next, we go to Mars. And Mars doesn't kill you fast. It breaks you slowly. Mars feels different the moment you arrive. The sky is thin. The light is softer. The horizon feels farther away than it should. For the first time since leaving Earth, you might feel almost okay. But Mars is quietly hostile in ways the body doesn't immediately notice. The gravity here is only about a third of Earth's. At first, this feels amazing. Every movement is easier. Your joints feel lighter. Your steps feel effortless. But your body is built to fight gravity every second of every day. Without that resistance, your muscles begin to weaken almost immediately. Your legs lose strength. Your core starts to soften. Even your heart doesn't need to work as hard. And when the heart works less, it slowly shrinks. Inside your bones, calcium begins to leak out. Bone density drops. Microfractures become more likely. You wouldn't feel pain right away. You'd feel comfortable. That's what makes it dangerous. Mars's atmosphere is extremely thin. Even inside a suit, pressure differences affect how gases move in your body. Your blood oxygen levels would be harder to maintain. Your breathing rate would increase slightly, even at rest. Your body would burn more energy just to stay balanced. Radiation is another invisible threat. Mars lacks a strong magnetic field. Cosmic rays and solar radiation reach the surface far more easily. That radiation would slowly damage your cells, increase cancer risk, disrupt DNA repair. Your immune system would weaken over time. Mentally, Mars changes you too. Days are slightly longer than Earth's. Nights are colder. The silence is absolute. Isolation affects the brain in subtle ways. Slower reaction times, mood swings, reduced motivation. Even with communication systems, the distance from Earth creates a delay. No instant conversations, no real-time comfort. Your brain begins to feel alone. Mars doesn't kill you quickly. It makes your body forget how to be human. And as you leave Mars behind, you realize something unsettling. If this planet already strains the body this much, what happens when there's no planet at all? Because next, you pass through a region where survival becomes psychological as much as physical. The asteroid belt isn't a single place you can stand on. It's a vast region of emptiness, scattered with rock and metal. From the outside, it looks calm, peaceful. For the human body, it's deeply unnatural. There is no gravity to anchor you, no horizon, no up or down. Even in a suit, your inner ear struggles. Your sense of balance disappears. Your brain can't agree on which way is forward. Nausea becomes constant. Without gravity, bodily fluids shift upward. Blood pools toward your head. Your face feels swollen. Pressure builds behind your eyes. Vision blurs. Headaches become frequent. Your spine slowly elongates. Vertebrae separate slightly. Back pain sets in. Sleep becomes difficult. The body relies on gravity to regulate sleep cycles. Without it, your brain struggles to understand when to rest. Hormones fall out of rhythm. Fatigue builds even when you're not physically active. Mentally, the asteroid belt is worse. There is no surface, no sense of place, just endless blackness punctuated by distant rocks drifting silently. Humans evolved with landmarks, with skies and ground in movement. Here, your brain begins to drift. Thoughts slow. Focus becomes harder to maintain. Time starts to feel strange. Minutes stretch. Hours blur together. You might feel calm at first, then restless, then deeply uncomfortable. By the time you leave the asteroid belt, your body and mind are craving something solid, something massive. And that's exactly what you're about to face. Because ahead of you is a planet so large, its gravity alone can change how your body functions. Next, we reach the giants. And the first one rewrites the rules entirely. As you approach Jupiter, something feels wrong long before you ever get close. The planet fills your view faster than your brain expects. It doesn't feel like a place. It feels like a presence. Jupiter is massive, more than twice as large as all the other planets combined. Its gravity reaches far into space. Your body feels it before your eyes do. Even inside your suit, subtle forces begin pulling on you. Your muscles tense without you realizing why. Your inner ear struggles to adapt. And the deeper you descend, the worse it gets. Jupiter doesn't have a solid surface. There is nowhere to stand. Only layers of gas growing denser and hotter the farther you go. Gravity here is overwhelming. Your body is built to fight Earth's gravity, but Jupiter pushes far beyond that. Every movement becomes heavy. Lifting your arms feels exhausting. Your legs strain just to stay aligned. Blood struggles to move upward against the force. Your heart works overtime to keep oxygen flowing to your brain. Over time, this causes elevated blood pressure, strain on the heart muscle, reduced blood flow to extremities. Your vision would begin to darken at the edges. Tunnel vision sets in as blood pools downward. Breathing becomes harder too. Your lungs must expand against gravity. Each breath feels shallow, inefficient. Your brain receives less oxygen. Confusion builds. Reaction time slows. And then there's the radiation. Jupiter's radiation belts are the strongest in the solar system, far stronger than Earth's. Even through shielding, your cells would be bombarded with high-energy particles. DNA damage would accumulate rapidly. Cells would struggle to repair themselves. Your immune system would weaken. Your risk of cancer would skyrocket. This isn't a slow process. Minutes here matter. As you descend deeper, pressure increases beyond anything your suit or body can tolerate. Gas turns into liquid. Liquid begins behaving like metal. Your body wouldn't be crushed instantly. It would be compressed, layer by layer. Organs would struggle to keep their shape. Nerve signals would misfire. Consciousness would fade. Jupiter teaches a terrifying lesson. Some planets don't just kill you. They overpower you. And yet, the next giant planet feels gentler, at least at first, because Saturn looks calm, beautiful, almost welcoming. Saturn is lighter than Jupiter, but still far beyond human limits. Its gravity is strong enough to strain the body, but not instantly overwhelming. You might feel heavy, but functional, for a short time. Like Jupiter, Saturn has no solid surface. Descending means entering an endless sky. Pressure builds steadily. Your suit must constantly adjust just to keep your body from collapsing inward. Inside you, fluids shift downward. Your heart strains. Your muscles fatigue quickly. And then come the storms. Saturn's atmosphere is chaotic. Winds reach hundreds of miles per hour. Even inside a suit, turbulence would toss your body around. Your inner ear would lose all sense of orientation. Motion sickness becomes severe. Nausea is constant. Your brain struggles to stabilize vision. Mentally, this is exhausting. Your nervous system is flooded with conflicting signals. Motion, pressure, gravity, noise from the suit systems. Your brain can't fully adapt. And beneath all of this, pressure keeps increasing. Eventually, hydrogen begins to behave like liquid metal. At that point, your body cannot exist. The structure of matter itself becomes hostile to biology. Leaving Saturn feels like escaping something alive. But you're not done yet. Because the next worlds don't crush you with gravity. They challenge you with something far more subtle. Cold, isolation, and the slow failure of the human body at the edge of the solar system. As you move farther from the sun, something subtle begins to change. Light grows dimmer. Heat fades. Time itself feels slower. By the time you reach Uranus, the solar system no longer feels alive. Uranus is tilted on its side. Its seasons last decades. Its sunlight arrives at a shallow angle, barely warming anything it touches. The cold here is extreme, colder than almost anywhere else in the solar system. Your suit becomes your only lifeline. Even a tiny failure in insulation would be catastrophic. Cold doesn't attack the body violently at first. It creeps in quietly. Your fingers would lose sensation. Then your toes. Then larger muscle groups. Blood vessels constrict to preserve heat around vital organs. This reduces circulation to the limbs. Muscle strength drops. Coordination suffers. Inside your body, chemical reactions slow down. Enzymes work less efficiently. Your metabolism struggles to maintain balance. Your brain is especially sensitive to cold. Thoughts become sluggish. Decision-making slows. Memory recall weakens. You wouldn't panic. You'd feel calm. Too calm. That's one of the most dangerous effects of extreme cold. It convinces the brain that everything is fine. Gravity on Uranus is strange. It's strong enough to weigh you down, but not enough to feel stable. Combined with turbulent winds, your body would constantly fight to stay oriented. Your inner ear struggles again. Balance becomes unreliable. Vertigo sets in. And like Jupiter and Saturn, Uranus has no solid surface. Descending means entering deeper layers of atmosphere where pressure steadily rises. Your suit must constantly compensate to keep your body from collapsing inward. Every joint, every seal, under stress. Mentally, Uranus is isolating. The distance from the sun means long communication delays. The light is dim. The environment feels empty. Your brain evolved under bright skies and changing days. Here, sensory deprivation sets in. Mood drops. Motivation fades. Time stretches. And just when you think you've experienced the coldest place imaginable, you go farther. Neptune is the final planet. and it is deceptively beautiful. Deep blue, smooth from a distance, quiet. But Neptune is one of the most violent worlds in the solar system. Winds here are faster than sound. If you were somehow suspended in Neptune's atmosphere, your body would be battered constantly. Your suit would be under relentless stress. Turbulence shakes your body nonstop. Your muscles tense reflexively, trying to stabilize you. This constant strain exhausts the nervous system. Your heart rate stays elevated. Stress hormones flood your bloodstream. Fatigue builds rapidly. The cold on Neptune is even more severe than Uranus. Heat drains from your body faster than your systems can replace it. Your core temperature begins to drop. As hypothermia sets in, judgment deteriorates. Reaction time slows. Coordination collapses. Speech would slur. Thoughts fragment. Pressure increases quickly as you descend. Gas becomes dense. Dense becomes liquid. Your lungs struggle to expand. Breathing feels shallow and forced. Your brain receives less oxygen. Confusion deepens. At extreme depths, pressure overwhelms everything. Cells compress. Nerve signals fail. Consciousness fades. Neptune doesn't crush you suddenly. It erases you quietly. And when you finally leave Neptune behind, there's nothing left ahead. Only darkness. And a realization that changes how you think about your own planet. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. See you next video.